For once in my life, I'm not actually going out of the Montville Pokemon Center for once in my life. Anyway, happy 2017, mofos! We are back with more Pokemon Emerald! So last time, we cleared out Team Aqua at the Weather Institute and battled our rival, again. And won, and made him salty. So, today, we are going to, well, explore Bortree City to see what it has to offer. And honestly, Bortree City doesn't really have that much about it. Yeah, I mean, like, Bortree City does have sort of an interesting idea, you know, this Endor-like place where it's all up in the trees and they have these huts for houses, you know, it's a cool idea for a Pokemon game at least, but it doesn't really do much with it. I mean, there really isn't anything here. Well, aside from an in-game trade right here, which is Volpe for a Plusle. No, they're both bad Pokemon. Skip. Even after I bare my heart to you. Oh my god. This little girl, like, poured out her soul. Like, seriously, like, she just sort of, like, bared out her soul. She's just like, roar! I need it! I need to get me a Volbeat! I'll do anything for it! You mean for a Klondike bar? Seriously? But, why would you want to? You can find Volbeat and Plusle in the wild anyway. So, not really even that great of a trade, I'm sorry, but it isn't. But, this house. My wife relies on hidden power to stay awake. She should just take a nap like I do and sleep talk. I can teach your Pokemon how to sleep talk instead. Alright, so, this move tutor right here will teach you the move Sleep Talk, which I do think any Pokemon can learn. Basically, if the user is asleep, then you use Sleep Talk, you will randomly do a move. So, that's pretty interesting for those who want to use, like, rest and all that stuff, so, yeah. Anyway, this old lady right here, she'll have a coin, and the answers are right, and before she tricks you, left. So, she keeps talking about hidden power, right? So, obviously, the TM10 must be toxic. Except, I don't think we already have toxic yet, but it's hidden power. Hidden power is actually kind of interesting. Despite it being normal type, it really isn't. Every single Pokemon has a random type for hidden power. And it's random every time, so you'll never know what you're gonna get. Like, you know, Pokemon, my Alola or my Gloom could have a grass type hidden power, or Burb right here could have a steel type hidden power, or even Item Slave could have a fire type hidden power. It's basically different depending on the Pokemon. There's no way to check. I don't think so. I know there's a way to check in later games, but I don't really think there's any real way to check in Generation 3, so you just kind of have to take, you know, wild guesses. I met this trainer, Steven, when I was researching for rare stones. Whoo boy, he had some amazing Pokemon with him. They weren't just rare, they're trained to terrifying extremes. He might be even stronger than a gym leader at this town. Ah, interesting. Nobody believes me, but I saw this gigantic Pokemon in the sky. It seemed to squirm as it flew around Route 131. By the way, you smell, singed. Were you at a volcano or something? He knows too much. He knows. Being together with Pokemon make their friends, and that brings the world closer together. I think it's wonderful, yeah. There! Go, bird Pokemon! I asked my Wingull to run an errand for me. Well, I think we might as well find that thing because, yeah. I think I have an inkling to where it is, but, I don't really necessarily remember if it's on Route 119. Because I think, I might be, like, wrong on this entirely, but I do think, the Wingull has been sent over to the, house with all the Wingull in it. Alright, as I ride my bike up and down and all around, there are some Pokemon that evolve when you treat them. That's what I heard. Yes, indeed. Living on top of trees is okay, but sometimes bug Pokemon can come through windows. It can be really startling. Startling indeed. Startling indeed. And, yeah, you can basically plainly see that Bortree City doesn't really have, you know, that much to offer in terms of, you know, people and everything. And, it's not really... it's not really the best thing in the world, but what it does actually offer something is this. You can buy desks for your, secret base if you like. Like a huge desk, like you can get the camp desk, brick desk, comfort desk, ragged desk, heavy Pokemon, and small desk. They're basically just items, all the items for your secret bases and all that. Well, including chairs, because, you know, they have the exact same type of chairs and desks here on sale. Merchandise you buy here is sent to your own PC. That's fantastic. I wish they could also deliver me home like that. Okay. And I'm buying a pretty desk and I'm playing all my cute dolls with it. If I don't, when I decorate my secret base, my dolls will get dirty and poked with splinters. That is absolutely terrible. I feel for you, buddy. The ground absorbs rainwater and trees grow by drinking that water. Our Bortree City exists because there's both water and soil. Yep. Just spitting out that random facts. Also, something that I completely skimmed over. It's the fact that, something unseeable is in the way, which is why I said last time we're gonna open up the pathway to the gym. Well, this is obviously it. There's something unseeable that's in the way, and we need to, you know, get rid of it. Favorite Root song time. This sounds absolutely amazing. I love Route 120's music so much. It's been my favorite for years. And, you might find the remix in, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire just as amazing, and I do absolutely agree. This is one of the best ones ever. Even though, technically, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire has Route 113's Root music as my favorite. They did an excellent job with the remix. Anyway, hi! How you doing? Here, buddy boys. Yep, so on Route 120 as well, you can find Gabby and Ty here. And this is actually their third location here. At this point now, the Magnemite will evolve into Magneton, so yeah, pretty darn good. And just as well, because I have Surf and I have Acid, which hurt both opponents in battle. And, this is the best part, by the way. The best part is not Acid, you know, not affecting Magneton at all, or Skipper being hit by Confusion. It's the fact that pretty much after this... And how did you confuse both of my Pokemon? It's the fact that after this, they'll revert back to, Route 113. Route 113, I swear to God, they do hit each other. Unfreaking believable. Are you kidding me? Are you actually freaking kidding me? Okay, lava cookie time. Okay, so the best part, before I go any further, is the fact that after this battle, Gabby and Ty will revert back to their first location, north of Mauville City. And you can fight them again, and again, and again, until their Pokemon are as strongest as they could possibly be. So, yeah, very amazing treat. And actually really, really good for training. So, yeah. And how the heck did you get paralyzed again? Like, see, this is what you get for only using... Okay, no, I am not dealing with this. I am not freaking dealing with this. I'm using Surf and a Lava Cookie again. See? See the power of what lava cookies can do? See what they can do? They are actually really, 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 really useful. And thank God. This battle would go on for a bit too long if they kept on doing what they're doing. Also, they give out plenty of experience, too. And speaking of experience, speaking of that, before I go on, actually, egg! I'm actually not going to do the... Okay, now I'm forced into the interview. Okay, I might as well go with it. Okay, so, yeah, they'll actually revert back to their original location near Mauville City once you exit out of the route. And, you know, the best part about that whole thing is that their Pokemon get stronger and stronger with each fight. Until, I believe, the Loudred evolves into Exploud. And then, at that point, they can no longer get any stronger. So, yeah. It's pretty darn good. Pretty good indeed. And, you don't really have to do, like, any sort of interviews with them. I think in the remake, you're forced to, do the interview if you want them to move, but, yeah. Level 36. I said I'd do it. And now I'm about to evolve this thing. Swampert. Swampert. God, it feels great to have a Swampert now. Because, look at them stats. Might not be that great in special attack, but attack and defense and special defense, it's all good. It is all good. Now, I think that might actually be my last evolution because my next two team members either don't evolve or already are fully evolved anyway, so that thing is entirely pointless. You can be counted on to get better. I'd like to register you in my Pokénav. Like I have a choice. Alright. So, there is a Pokemon that we actually ran into before that you can find on this route. And I actually like to run into it. I mean, it's not going to be my team member, a new team member or anything. That comes later. But, yeah, it might be interesting. Excuse me for 1 second while my phone rings. Covet. It actually did have this move, before. Basically what Covet is the fact that, you attack, and sometimes you can steal the opponent's item. Interesting move, but I'm not gonna learn it because I'm already using Item Slave as sort of a, item slave as well as an HM slave. Spoilers? Hey, there it is. Alright, so, Absol here, okay. So, do you want to know what its best stat is? Physical attack. Now that sounds amazing. And, you know, it's dark type, so obviously it can do a lot of stuff. But that's the thing. It's dark type. Dark type is considered special in this generation. It's such a shame, too, because, like, it does have some really good Dark-type moves at its disposal, like Feint Attack and whatever else, but... honestly, like, if you can make its physical special attack work in this game, and then, you know, Absol can be amazing. It's just that you have to wait, like, until, like, the next generation, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, or, you know, just Platinum. You have to wait until Platinum in order for it to be really, really good, so, you know. Do things. Why is it that every single time that I'm trying to catch a Pokemon, it just doesn't work? Or it doesn't want to work? See? See? Like that. I have a lot to complain about this. Or rather, it doesn't work for me as well as it works for some other people. I have to often waste too many Pokeballs in order to catch a single Pokemon? Like, even if it's rare, it suddenly counts it as a legendary encounter! Like, seriously! Just, ugh. And some balls work better suddenly because, you know, they're her, it's a Pokemon, See, this is why I don't like catching Pokemon Generation 3, because it makes me angry, it makes me sad, it makes me mad. So I have to kill it. Yeah. Oh, God. God. I hate catching Pokemon Generation 3 so much. Well, anyway, well, let's continue moving on. We can't get that item yet until a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang out with this guy. I see a reflection, by the way. May, hi. It's been a while. There's something here that you can't see, right? Well, if I were to use this device on this invisible obstacle... No. Rather than describing it, I should just show you. That would be more fun. May, are your Pokemon ready for battle? Sure. May, show me your true power as a trainer. Oh, never mind. You can't actually see Steven's reflection. You can see the reflection of the invisible Pokemon. Which, unfortunately, we kind of spoiled because you can find it on this route. But, for all intents and purposes, this is the first wild Kecleon that we've seen. Kecleon is actually rather interesting. It has the ability known as simply as color change. In that, if it gets hit with any type of move, then the color change will make its type that type of move that you hit the opponent with. So basically, if you hit it with a poison type move, then it becomes poison type. If you hit it with a grass type, then it becomes grass type. I wouldn't recommend, you know, color changing it with multiple hit moves, like Bullet Seed or whatever. But, yeah, that's one of the only things that's really interesting about, Kecleon right here. Otherwise, I don't really go out of my way of using it, honestly. But, yeah, let's actually bring out our new Swampert here, our new fully evolved baby. So that we can just get rid of this guy. Alright, so, let's do a Mud Shot. Because we can. And the color change will come into effect right here. Should be. Yep. See? Hit it with the ground type. That's my one strategy when dealing with, like, opponent Kecleon right here. If you have two moves that are weak to... that one of them is weak to, hit it with that type of move first, and then hit the move that you're strong against it. Like that. So, yeah. You can do that. You don't only get that much experience, by the way, but... yeah. I see. Your battle style is intriguing. Your Pokemon have obviously grown since I first met you in Dewford. I like you to have this Devon Scope. Who knows, there may be other concealed Pokemon. We get the Devon Scope, which is honestly very situational. May, I enjoy seeing Pokemon and trainers who strive together. I think you're doing great. Well, let's meet again somewhere. I still miss the Steven that pours over Mega Evolution! Whatever. Anyway. Now we have the Devon Scope, so now we can see much more invisible Pokemon. And, now that we have the Devon Scope, we can easily do this. So sometimes the Kecleon will attack you, sometimes they won't. Or you can just run away like a little puss. And you can get yourself a Nest Ball. I won't go any further than that. Than the Kecleon here. We will be going over to this route a lot later. But, trust me, there's much more important stuff at hand. Like this unseeable thing! So sometimes the Kecleon will attack, sometimes they'll flee. So, yeah, it's all really dependent on, you know, where, you know, the Kecleon do. And, there's one more Kecleon here. And I do think this one will attack you. Yeah, I'm just gonna run away. Arguably enough, this is actually the easier way of finding Kecleon if you want one. But just like I showed in that montage, you can actually find Wild Kecleon without the means of the Devon scope. So, yeah. I guess that's okay. Either way, we have done it. We fully explored Bortree City. We found a means to open up the way to the gym. And, yeah. So, this is basically going to be, like, the last video for a little bit. Because, you know, as of recording this is December 24th, Christmas Eve. So, yeah, I'm in the before time. And, yeah, I'm just going on a little bit of holiday break because I'm going to be busy for, like, the next few weeks. You know, I got all the MacFest stuff going on. I got the holiday party stuff going on. Maybe a stream on New Year's. And visiting my dad for the first, like, half of January. Or, not really first half of January. The first week of January before MacFest. And, yeah, it's going to be a little bit before the next video. But I'll let you know on Twitter whenever that happens. Besides, we got another gym. We got another guest coming up. So hopefully I'll get to actually get him on at MacFest and have him recorded. So we'll see. So next time on Pokemon Emerald, we are going to take on the Bortree Gym. And its leader, who is apparently named Winona, the bird user taking flight into the world. Skylar's the only one who can do that. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. For once in my life, I'm not going out of the Mauville Pokemon Center for once. Also, happy 2000 scene. See. Nah, I should probably go out of there. Redo.